Hi, Jessie Nebulas here. Welcome to the channel. I do want to apologize for not getting a video out last week for the X-Files. I had computer troubles that I had to deal with that took the whole weekend and I got behind schedule. I'm still trying to get caught up. If I can get an extra X-Files episode out this weekend, I will try. I'm not promising it though because I'm just, like I said, I'm trying to get caught up. So moving on to today is episode 6. I believe it's called Shadows. And I don't have any insights or anything from the last episode that I feel like sharing. I'm still just wanting to learn more about Scully. That's what I want. I want to know more about where she comes from and like her background. I think that would be good, to fill out her character more and get more information around her out more. We got a lot from Mulder, so I do think to balance things out, we need more from Scully. That's my only thing. Otherwise, let's just get into it. If you enjoyed the video, you can always leave me a like or a comment. I appreciate that. It helps me out with like the algorithm. And I enjoy talking to you guys. And you can always check out the Patreon if you want to get the uncut reactions and help support the channel and all that good stuff. And always subscribe. Okay, let's get into it. Okay, we start with some wisdom from Ben Franklin. And somebody crying in the background. I've seen a lot of presidents. She has a familiar face. I can't pick her out from what I've seen her in, though.
Lauren, I've been looking at... Are you all right? Do you want some water?
No, I'm fine.
It's been a couple of weeks now. Do you want to talk?
No, just haven't known a lot of people who've died, I've never known anybody that killed themselves.
Oh, that's tough.
Maybe once everything gets packed away, it'll get easier. It won't be the constant reminder. Go home, okay?
Yeah, it is really tough. Grief of any kind, but loss to suicide is a tough one to deal with. Oh. Are we gonna deal with ghosts this one, perhaps? Oh, that got me.
Let go! No!
Yeah, let her go, man. Oof.
I know a good place to crash. Up the fire escape through that window.
Now I've got some homeless kids here. That's unfortunate. Well, I guess not kids. They're 20s, maybe. Well, that's interesting. So maybe something protected the girl? That's kind of what it looked like. Hopefully she's okay. Yeah, if you want to see more dancing and stuff, you just subscribe. Or to the Patreon, yeah. The truth is out there. Barry Primus, now that's a name. I appreciate that name.
Chief Blevins assures us of your cooperation. We regret any inconvenience at this extreme hour.
We hope that your expertise in extraordinary phenomenon will help us answer some questions.
You're not FBI, are you?
Have you ever analyzed anything like this before?
They're very professional. Oh.
Abnormal post-mortem muscle reflex. Both corpses are still responding to exposure to high levels of electrostatic charge.
Any signs of external lesions or surface burns?
None.
Time of death.
Can they not figure it out?
Well, it can't be long. The body's still warm.
Somatic death occurred sometime over 6 hours ago. But their body temperatures have yet to drop below 98.3 degrees.
Where'd you find them? Look, at least tell us the time and mode of transport. That might help us determine why the bodies haven't cooled.
Hey.
You guys called us down here. You want some answers, you gotta give some.
Yeah, really. How are they supposed to help you out if you can't even give them any information?
They travel 60 minutes by air.
Thank you.
The most troubling aspect of the deaths is the throat area. Larynx, esophagus, and hyoid bone all have been crushed like chalk. There's no abrasions or evidence of tissue damage. It's as if their throats were crushed from the inside.
Yeah.
Who are these guys?
If you've done your examinations, why are you consulting us?
During your work on the X-Files, have you ever seen anything like this?
No, never.
It's really weird. I'm intrigued.
If any inquiry as to this meeting be made, we request full denial.
I'd say you people already suffer from full denial.
I think I'm falling in love with that man. I thought it might happen. He's just too cute.
You have seen it before, I can tell. You lied to them.
I would never lie. I willfully participated in a campaign of misinformation.
Who do you think they were?
NSA, CIA, it's not important who they are, but what they have, and I'm sure they have no idea because they called us in. I have X-Files. Each case has an element of what we saw tonight. Residual electrostatic charge, internal mutilation without any corresponding external causality. But none has all the elements combined in one case.
How can an esophagus be crushed without the neck ever being touched?
Psychokinetic manipulation.
Psychokinesis? You mean how Carrie got even at the prom?
The Russians were doing studies on it. The Chinese still are. Their findings are kept secret.
I can't say I believe in that,
Okay,
but it's very, intrigued.
But how can we investigate? We have nothing to go on.
Sneaky. He's a clever boy. She's just pretending nothing happened, or does she not remember? Or she's got to remember something. She's looking at a paper to see if there's any information in it, right?
Just getting in, Lauren. Mr. Graves used to let you get away with that, but Mr. Dorland is in charge now.
I was, wondering if I could have a minute with him.
Tomorrow at 3.
Can I see him today? It's really important.
Or is she doing it? Or, interesting. And I have seen this actor before.
Can I speak with you?
I can't place him either.
I'm here to give my 2-week notice.
Jane told me about you crying in Howard's office, and I want you to know you're not alone. Howard and I started this company 10 years ago, and as long as I knew him, he had no interest in anything besides work. And so some of us became family. I was his brother, and you were like a daughter to him. I want to take care of my family. Stay. Lauren, please. The company needs you, especially now.
But offer her some time off, maybe.
I won't let you leave, Lauren.
Okay, never mind. I misread that guy.
What's wrong? I have to leave. I can't be here anymore.
Yeah.
You've got 2 weeks. Mohammed Amralahi. Convictions: illegal possession of firearms, illegal possession of explosives.
He has ties to an exiled extremist group operating in the U.S., the Isfahan. Recently, they've been working out of Philadelphia.
That's 60 air minutes.
I'll talk to the Philly PD.
This is where we found them.
Who discovered their bodies?
Nobody. It was about 10. I was on patrol.
Wonder if those kids are coming back. And he figured out the camera.
Daily visual
Nice.
record is made of everyone who makes a transaction.
Clever.
We'll just have to question everyone on record who was at the machine before 10 that night.
No, you won't.
There. Back up.
Lauren Kite. Why would the Isfahan be robbing someone of $40 at an ATM machine?
Look at that.
Maybe it's another person.
Maybe. Maybe not. There's just only one person we know we can talk to.
What I'm thinking is the guy who died is protecting her, but maybe he didn't commit suicide. Maybe the other guy is responsible. Because the other guy is clearly not stable and is violent and dangerous. They made a point of showing us that, so... Yeah, suicide's a rough kind of grief. Even without, like, paranormal weirdness and being assaulted and everything else she has going on.
Miss Lauren Kite, please.
I understand why she's so
I'm
overwhelmed.
Agent Fox Mulder. This is Agent Dana Scully. We're with the Federal Bureau of Investigation. Do you mind if we come in?
Oh, I was just in the
Thank
middle
you.
of...
It won't be long. Thank you.
Have you ever seen either of these two men before?
No.
Take your time.
They know, honey.
Oh, I'm sorry. I've never seen them before.
I'm afraid you have. This is a surveillance picture from your ATM.
Can you tell us what happened that night?
I was depositing my paycheck. They grabbed me. I got away. I ran. I just didn't want to file a report.
They were found dead.
Have you ever seen this person before?
No. Sorry, I can't tell you.
Does that mean you know?
It means I can't tell you who it is.
Well, you can tell me. This is a number I can be reached at any time.
A woman her size breaking free and outrunning those men?
Men and somehow crushing their necks?
She knows who the other person in that photo is.
She's backing, running away. From what?
Okay, so we've got Carrie and Christine.
What the hell's going on?
You okay?
Yeah.
Mulder's probably like, I'm excited to have experienced this. After the adrenaline and everything, he's just going to be excited. Mostly. He's going to be very intrigued.
Paramedics check you out?
Yeah, I'm fine. Although I do have a standing in line of the DMV-sized headache.
Mine's more IRS-sized.
Hey, check out the car?
Yeah, it's brand new.
And someone tampered with it while we were in our house.
Mechanic says everything's in proper order. Nothing cut, nothing greased. Check out the lights.
They still doing things?
They're on.
They're not. The filaments are heated due to massive levels of electrostatic charge, just like the bodies in the morgue. And isn't it interesting that Lauren Kite was present at both incidents?
She was in our presence the entire time we were at her house.
What if it's possible somehow to raise the body's electrostatic charge to the levels we've been seeing, and to use that energy to affect objects?
Their body would break down. They'd start glowing like those lights.
Well, there's evidence of this all through the X-Files. Furniture moving untouched, objects levitating, unexplained electrical discharges. Frequently, people who have psychokinetic power are unaware of their own capability.
Are you saying Lauren Kite crashed our car?
Either that or a poltergeist.
They're here.
They may be.
Look at the tangible evidence. 2 Mideast extremists were killed trying to assault a woman working for a manufacturer of parts for the Defense Department.
When we questioned her, our car was sabotaged. Now, in both cases, someone else may have committed those acts. Maybe the same someone we saw in the ATM photos. The mystery isn't psychokinetic energy, it's her accomplice. She's clean. No arrest, not even a traffic ticket. The only thing is she's in deep with her credit card company, $15,000.
That would motivate you to stick around for some criminal activity.
I'll take care of this, all right?
Little upset over losing a parking space, wouldn't you say? So who is Howard Graves anyway?
So glad the internet exists and we don't have to use things like this anymore.
She was his secretary. That's 3 people dead in the last month associated with Lauren Kite.
Slit wrist in the bathtub. You can fake that convincingly if you want to. If nobody suspects, it doesn't look into it too much, it's conceivable that you could fake that. And that's kind of what I'm thinking.
You won't find too many people at their boss's grave who aren't dancing on it.
Look at this one.
Excuse me, sir? Is there an office where I can get some information on those people?
I attend every funeral. I'm the last person to see them put to rest.
Okay, he's weird.
Sarah Lynn was related to Howard Graves?
His daughter. They were at home one day, and he didn't latch the pool gate. She drowned.
Oh.
His wife left him a year later. She's buried in a plot in the northeast corner.
That is awful.
Thank you, sir.
Oh, that's heartbreaking. You'd live with so much
She
guilt.
was only 3 years old.
If she'd lived, she'd be Lauren's age.
Yeah. Would explain why he would hang around the afterlife if he figured out a way to stick around to protect her. Trying to right a past wrong. You know what I mean? Save her in a way that you wish he'd been able to save his own daughter, that kind of thing. I could see that being enough motivation to hang around the physical world instead of moving on or whatever they do.
Lauren Kite's personal history reveals an estrangement from her family. Her actions, observed during surveillance, indicate a strong relationship between Lauren Kite and her employer, the late Howard Graves. Was this relationship somehow the motivation for his suicide? I am certain the answers to these questions lie in finding the identity of Lauren Kite's accomplice.
I understand that they're, investigating, but it does feel mildly creepy to be just doing surveillance and someone
That's great,
grieving.
too.
It feels a little like you're intrusive, you know what I mean?
That's Howard Graves. He's alive.
And no,
Not
he isn't.
necessarily.
Though it's understandable to think that first. I get it. Oh, that's a pretty cat. Very interesting markings. If she's in so much trouble with, her employer and whatever they're up to, I don't know if quitting would be enough for me. I would probably be getting out of town. Particularly if I had nothing else to stay for it. It sounds like she's estranged from her family and everything. Yeah. Pretty sure he didn't actually kill himself.
Don't do this to me.
It's kind of pretty. Like the cinematography there, the bathtub, the white bathtub with the red. Yeah, thank poor.
Killed him.
Yep, that's what I figured.
I think Howard Graves fabricated his own death.
Do you know how difficult it is to fake your own death?
It is.
Only one man has pulled it off. Elvis.
He and Lauren Kite are in on something. Maybe an illegal dealing through his company. Something the CIA was interested in.
You may be right.
You think I'm right?
Sure, all you gotta do is prove Howard Graves is still alive.
Howard Graves is very dead.
So are your eyes, ma'am.
Autopsy report, please.
Knock yourself out.
Oh, this woman has no F's left to give. I respect it.
4 out of 6 liters of blood down the tub.
Well, there seems to be some blood work missing here.
We only do that if we suspect homicide.
I don't suppose you ran any dental confirmations?
What for? It was him.
How did you know?
It said so on the toe tag.
Who made positive ID on the body?
Lauren Kite.
But Howard Graves was cremated. There's no way to run a dental check or to get a DNA sample.
Yes, there is. His body's tissues and organs were donated.
Howard Graves is in 5 different people.
It's crazy we can do that.
We have Mr. Graves' hospital records. We'll extract a sample, run a test, and in a couple of hours, confirm the identity of the donor.
It's kind of nice they threw her a little party. I mean, I've never worked in a place that gave a crap like that. Granted, I've never worked in like an office environment. It's never been my cup of tea. I worked in the medical field mostly. Foster homes, things like that. Group homes mostly. But also some hospice and like nursing homes. I've done that too. Hello, crazy guy.
We're gonna leave without saying goodbye?
Imagine, I wonder why.
Well, I came to say goodbye and to leave you with this little thought. I know Howard told you. And if it ever gets out, I won't waste my time trying to pin the source. I'll go straight to you.
And you'll do to me what you did to Howard. I know you had him killed.
Why would you say that?
He told me.
She's a little brave. But maybe she knows because he would protect her. Either way, I respect it. Yes, good call, girl.
This is Lauren Kite. How soon can you be at my house?
Why?
Please hurry.
Tests are conclusive. The door matter does belong to Howard Graves. He is indeed very dead.
Yes, but he cared enough to hang around, and that's really sweet, you know? It's actually a very touching story. Oh, she's gonna think it's Mulder. Look through a peephole, please. Please.
Just a second.
No, listen to your friend there. Listen to him.
Go run the bath.
Get out of here!
Come on, Howard. Get him. Get him, Howard. Ooh. You're screwed, lady. No, this is... I know you don't want to see it, but... I mean, it's not something you want to see, but... These people are violent and dangerous and deserve it. These are bad people. That's some watery blood. Oh, Mulder gets to see. Ooh, that was pretty gross. That was a little disturbing. I get it. You don't want to see that. Yeah, it would be traumatic, but it's better than being dead.
You know, you're not under arrest. The sooner you talk to us, the sooner you get to go home. What happened to those people tonight?
She's a wee bit traumatized, I believe.
Do you have any idea who they might be?
I think you should stop.
Why did they attack you?
Do you know who this is?
Scully, Mulder.
Oh.
You'll keep an eye on her. Come on, now.
Are you getting pulled off this case?
I want to know every detail of your activities concerning this case.
What case? You're the ones who've been withholding information. Why don't you tell us what you've got?
And we have nothing more to talk about.
Wait. We believe HTG Industrial Technologies sold restricted parts to the Isfahan.
How was Lauren Kite involved?
I don't quite know. Your actions impeded our investigation.
If she doesn't talk, she goes free. And we lose our chance to break this company.
I can make her talk.
My advice to you, don't get rough with her.
Good advice.
That was a waste of time.
Your turn.
Then you're free to go.
I can't go back to that house.
Why? Because of Howard Graves?
He's dead.
He's watching over you, isn't he?
I don't know if you've ever been a secretary before. Sometimes your boss can talk as if you weren't even in the room, which can hurt, you know. Sometimes you're all he has to talk to, which was how it always was with me and Howard. I went into his office. He was crying, more scared than sad. The company was going under. He felt personally responsible for each of his employees.
Oh, that's...
Seeing and feeling their fear every day really wore him down.
Oh, he sounds like he was a good man.
Isfahan, that terrorist group, they'd buy parts at an outrageous price. That night, Howard was crying. He had just found out that the Isfahan had claimed responsibility for killing a couple sailors in Florida. It was never the same. Howard showed me how Dorland had him killed. Made it look like a suicide because he could see Howard was going to put an end to the deal.
So now Howard is protecting you?
It sounds so ridiculous. But you believe it. He was closer to me than my father. If you just could have seen the things I've seen, I want all that to go away.
She's given a really good performance here. I like her.
You have been given the chance to tell him again. Take it by helping us finish his unfinished business.
I think that's a good plan.
How will you ever be able to rest if he never can?
It's slightly manipulative, but I do think it's the right thing to do overall.
What are you doing, Scully? You don't believe.
I'm sure there's an explanation, but I believe that she believes. And my priority is to get her to help us stop Dorland.
Well, we may have just sacrificed our best opportunity to observe spectral phenomena.
No, I'm giving us the chance to solve a case that's tangible instead of chasing after shadows.
Name of the episode. Name drop.
We have a warrant to search the premises.
If we don't come out of there today with something proving a connection to the Isfahan, this guy could walk.
I'm afraid they're not going to find anything.
But we'll need you to guide us, so you have to be strong, okay?
I don't know if taking her there is really a good idea, but whatever. I mean, the guy did make it clear that he would suspect her anyway, so I guess it doesn't matter if she's seen there or not.
Ma'am, could you back away from those files, please?
Oh, I hope they find something on him, because he's gross.
We don't have him. He's not even breaking a sweat.
We've got 4 minutes left. What you got, Mulder?
Let's get out of here.
Lauren, it's over. We have to go. What we're looking for isn't here.
Look, she's no agent. I've been more than cooperative, and I don't want to be combative, but she has no right to destroy...
She's close to it.
What about that van that blew up and killed those servicemen?
Oh, I don't know what you're talking about, you stupid bitch! Lauren, no!
Don't kill him! Mulder!
Is it going to help him find it, or is he just poltergeisting? He's going to show him, isn't he? Good job, Howard.
Oh my God.
Ooh, haven't seen one of those in ages.
Guess what we're looking for is here.
Floppy. Yeah, I figured she was getting close when he started getting anxious.
I'll come back to testify.
Oh,
good.
Where are you going?
Good girl.
Away from here.
Also good. I approve of this. I think a fresh start would be good for you, girl.
Thanks.
Because she seems like a nice person.
Boy, she's in a rush to get out of here.
Out of here or away from the ghost of Howard Graves?
Hey, Scully, do you believe in an afterlife?
I settled for a life in this one.
Fair.
Have you ever seen the Liberty Bell?
Yes.
You know, I've been to Philadelphia 100 times and I've never seen it.
I've never seen it either.
It's a big bell with a big crack, and you have to wait in a long line.
I'd really like to go. How late do you think they stay open?
It's kind of cute. I do like their relationship that's growing.
Miss Kite, I asked for this 25 minutes ago.
I know. I'm sorry.
Here in the Midwest, punctuality is a virtue.
Oh.
Time a truck goes by, the whole building shakes.
Yeah, even if it's a little frightening, it means he loves you, you know? Shit, my dad didn't even call him my birthday. Here this guy's hanging around the afterlife to take care of you. I'd say that's some powerful love there. Alright, that was a good episode. I still didn't get a whole lot of backstory on Scully the way I've been wanting, but that was a really good episode. I like how they focused a lot on the connection between those two characters, the Howard and, oh gosh, I already forgot her name, but main brunette in the story, that put in a really good performance. I really liked her. I thought she did very good. It was very affecting when she gave her monologue about her relationship and between her and her boss and how it is with the secretary and the boss and everything. Yeah, it was a good episode. I enjoyed that very much. And again, I do apologize on the fact that it's late. It's a week late. Just technical difficulties. And then I had copyright issues with trying to get Once Upon a Time up, so it was just a whole thing. So hopefully I'm back on track. Alright, so thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please leave me a like or a comment. I do appreciate that, and I hope to see you in the next one. I'm Jessie Nebulous. Bye!